I don't know how to follow all of that. I got a little pollen, so y'all gonna have to put up with my baritone voice tonight, okay? I promise not to break out and start singing or anything like that. But now I wanted to, because I'm the one 4 years ago that the Home Builders Association and the Realtors Association spent almost $200,000 to take away your voice from county council. You were able to call me and I would go do things for you. Teresa, how many grants did we get for Blue Ridge Water? Several. We fixed roads around here. We done a lot of stuff because you had somebody that would go fight for you. But the Home Builders Association and the Realtors are doing it again. Guess what? The same man they picked is saying the same thing the last guy said. And he went down and didn't do anything that he said he was not going to do. He did everything against what he said. Now I want to get into these questions because there's a difference between me and the rest of them. I know how to get the job done, and I proved to you in 24 years that I can get the job done until the home builders and the realtors got involved in 2019. It started then, people. It didn't start with Russo. Sure, he was their puppet, but it wasn't him that started it. It started in 2019 when the Home Builders Association hired a fellow named Michael Day, a hitman from Washington that came down here, one of the finest hitmen in the world. He came to change the way everything is in Greenville County because we are the big kahuna. We are what they want to do. They want to develop us right out the world. Today at 4 o'clock, there was a meeting down at County Square. I had to come here, but I did it on Zoom. And they're wanting to change residential density now in the zoned parts of the county right now. So if they zone you, that answers the next question on zoning. Zoning, I was the chairman of the Planning and Development Committee for 8 years. And I can tell you right now, I spent 95% of my time hearing rezoning cases. You can be zoned and feel real comfortable for a couple of days. But then when you die and your children want to sell your property, they can get a developer that'll give millions more money. I mean, farmland, it's going away because children don't want to farm. Right now, we're getting the most of our food from somewhere else. We got farmers right here in our community, and they can't supply the food for us because they can't get the land to grow it on. Our land's getting gone, people. I know how to stop it. And it's not by doing more density like the county council is considering doing today at 4 o'clock. That was a workshop. We've got a member of the Planning Commission. Where's he at? Did he get here yet? From this community. Yeah, Joel will do it. All we got to do is elect him. But now, we've got a good planning commission. We've got good county council people. The only thing they need is one more vote. And I'm that one vote, and I'm the leadership to pull them together. I worked with them, helped them get elected. I put up signs in the middle of the night. I went out and knocked on doors for those men and women. I helped them get elected. Now, what's going to happen? You're going to have to go vote. But you want to hear my answer to some of these questions. What is your position on data centers? Data centers have no place in Greenville County. They'll just eat up. Somebody said that a while ago. They're going to eat up our farmland, and they're going to take our water. We are already having a fight with Atlanta. The Green talked to the water people. The Greenville water, Atlanta's wanting to start getting water out of the reservoir over in Pickens, on the other side of Pickens County, where we get us a good supply of water. The Atlanta's going to run a pipe up there and try to get that water. I'm against data centers. I don't think that you can wash a pig all you want to and put a ribbon on him, but he'll still be a pig, okay? And they'll make that thing look pretty, and they'll want all of those federal grants and county grants to be tax-free incentives, just like the county council started giving because of the Home Builders Association. They started giving incentives to developers to build houses, build apartments. Okay, I'm against data centers. What's your position on residential development in District 17? You already heard. I know how to stop it, and I've got the votes on council to do it. We're going to have a moratorium. Pickens has done moratoriums. Other counties have done moratoriums. We can do a moratorium. And that way, you got time to go back and change these ordinances. They've been doing an overlay down in at Stallings Road down there at Pebble Creek. Ever since I was on council, we started that overlay to try to get control of the growth. And you go down Stallings Road and see all those apartments. One that I had an ordinance in place, 3.1, they required a developer to fix the roads. He had to fix the roads if he put in a subdivision. He had to fix the infrastructure. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. The developer needs to do that because I paid and you paid for the road originally. We shouldn't have to pay for improvements so that he can make money and then go back to Hilton Head and forget about us. I know how to stop the residential development, and I'll do it from day one. I'll guarantee you, by the 10th, well, it takes 4. I was on the election commission for over a year, so I know they have to wait till the 14th before they certify the election. But as soon as I'm certified, I'm not waiting till November. I'm going to start working on this issue right then. I'm already working on it. I hadn't quit for the last 4 years. I'm still doing the work of a councilman because the last one we had, all he wanted to do was be supported by the developers and home builders and look pretty. He was going to be another Joe Dill, a younger Joe Dill. He didn't make it, I don't think. Do you support a new sales tax? Sales tax has not worked. You remember the last sales tax that went on for schools? They called it Act 388. You know what happened? The school district just figured out a financial way to come around from the back door. Your taxes still are going up. Look on your tax bill, you're still paying about 74% up here in school taxes, plus you're paying 6 cents. Okay? I don't know if there's a good way you can put the ribbon on that pig. But if somebody's got a good idea, they'll think of it, I'm sure. But I don't think it's a wise thing right now. I think there's other ways to do impact. The impact fees, anybody that lives in a subdivision, you're already paying impact fees every year. You're paying for roads. You go down to O'Neill, they got impact fees on every one of those subdivisions that's owned by the church there on the right, the Lutherans. Those people pay impact fees. They pay upkeep on the roads and all of that. They're paying upkeep, they're paying impact fees. It doesn't affect the bottom line of anything. It only affects the bottom line of mine in your pocket because we don't have to maintain their roads or cut their grass. The Cliffs of Glassy, they own every one of their roads. The county doesn't pay anything to go in there. They don't fix any of their roads. Mountain Park, all of those subdivisions. There's a lot of subdivisions that do that. Impact fees will work. And it's worked in York County. If you don't believe me, go home and look on your computer. They pay deputies, they build libraries, they build schools with impact fees. Do you support increasing pay for law enforcement? This is a real lulu here. We hear the sheriff talking about all the time that he needs more money, $12,000 per deputy. But he doesn't talk about the whole system. Public safety is a system. It is not only the deputies out on the road, it's the jailhouse, it's the magistrates, it's the courthouse. I work in the courthouse. I've been a bailiff for over a year, and I can tell you right now, growth is killing the court system. We'll have people in there, 300 and 400 at one time, that were just arrested by the deputies last Friday. Now, growth causes a lot of problems. And when you start looking at salaries for deputies, you start looking at salaries for everybody in the system. Because that jailer, I don't know if any of you ever been, no, I know none of you ever been to the jailhouse. But I've been in there, you've been there. You go there on ministry, don't you? And I can tell you what, it is no place to go. But it's full. It was built, we built it for 1,500 people, and they're never under 1,700 in there. We had a trial this past Tuesday. The guy had been in jail over there since 2021. We get them all the time like that. You in the Crime Watch group, I come to your meetings and I hear y'all talking about why the solicitor prosecuting these people? Why are they not doing something with these people? This guy's out, he's got 14 charges on him, and he's still out free. They bind him out. They bind him out. He just keeps binding out. Well, it's because the system's backed up. Solicitors over there, these young people out of college, you know what they're doing? Some of them have as many as 750 cases. Wouldn't you love to have a lawyer that's got 750 people ahead of you? Oh, mercy, that ain't good. That is not good at all. And we're talking about salaries for deputies. Sure, everybody in the system needs raises. And we need more of them. Because the more growth we have, the worse this baby's gonna get. Y'all just hold on to your lawnmower and your weed eater, all of that stuff, because people are stealing to buy drugs. Because more growth we got, the more drug pushers come in. I know, I think that I've covered that long enough on the law enforcement. Sure, I want to raise everybody's pay and I want to hire more. Because if we don't get control of this growth, we're going to be in better shape if they just put us in jail and let the criminals out. Because it's getting bad. Do you support voters being able to, I work with judges, some of the finest judges in the state come through that courthouse in Greenville. Great people. But now, I'm like I heard Mike say a while ago, I see them when a senator comes in, it's a new day. It's a new day. And I wouldn't dare stand up here and Jackson take my picture and say that, well, the judges is crooked. I just think that subconsciously it can influence a person, and everybody ought to have to be elected by the electorate. It's people out here who they have to deal with. The tax collector should not be hired by the county administrator. He ought to be voted on by the people of this county. Because if he's going to collect my taxes, I ought to be able to vote on him. But I have covered 6 minutes I got left, 3 minutes I got left. I've covered a lot of stuff here, and I've give you my opinion. Right. Only thing I can do is tell you, I can do the job. If you need a brain surgeon, you don't go hire somebody that has never performed a surgery. You want somebody that's done it and been successful. I've been successful. 7 times I was able, when I had a conservative council, 7 times I was able to reduce your property tax while I was on county council. 7 times. I don't know how many million that amounts to in today's dollars, but it's sizable. But that was when I had a conservative council. Since then, it went downhill. 2019, the realtors went wild. And it's a feeding frenzy, people. I know you see it. I feel it when I walk out the door here. And they'll call you before the night's over and tell you they want to buy your land. Send you a letter and they want to buy your land. And your children probably would sell it. You're attached to it. You don't want to get rid of it. But now we got farmers here. And then when they quit farming, just imagine, over Robinson, well, he's right on the edge of Pickens County, he's inside Greenville County. When he quits farming, people like Brother right there quit farming, we're going to be in trouble. I don't like eating apples from Chile. I like apples from down here at Fisher's. But when they start building houses in his field, that peaches and apples are going to go away. We got to put stop to it, and I can do it. You got my word that I can do it.